survive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to.
The Carolina Rains have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now a give inside for Fall. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
You and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long.
On play action, they'll throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Darnold. It's complete. He finds Falk here. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Darnold now to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, it's Darnold. He's got a man. That's Marshall. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down.
The Panthers at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. They have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. To throw is Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Darnold from the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Bucs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
He's got daylight. The 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6. Panther touchdown.
Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick 6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ballgame.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady in the box. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to got him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful. Throwing the football, I know you threw the football in your past off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity, don't they? A chance to get involved.
They certainly do, and many of them were quarterbacks or big-time players when they were in high school and college. So to get back doing what they did before, always fun.
He's got his man, Gates. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his...
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. This is caught by Evans. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On play action, it's Brady. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Marr now to add the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From the 6.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. So after the INT, it's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs have retaken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handle?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Airing this one out for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, that's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. First play of the drive there is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half end.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Mike Evans, he's going to go. The 20. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here. At about the 32. Here we go. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. What you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Brady now on 1st down. Gates has it over the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Brady going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Brady to throw again. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from going up by 30. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because...
And now here's another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady, Gates with a grab. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
To throw, it's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 28 yards. And the Buccaneers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll go right back to the ground with Falk.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From the 45 on 2nd down, Darnold.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. Here's Darnold. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. They'll give the Falk up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's...
And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Brady now on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now this throw caught left side.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Julio Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Buccaneers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Darnold down to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's got the open man. It's Marshall on the comebacker. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time on the handoff. This is Fulton. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Darnold. Caught on the slant. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Here we go.
Faking the give, Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Brady going to throw here. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Panthers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. Pass complete to Moore. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Darnold. Forced out to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw, Darnold. Steps away to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Darnold. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
And that is no good. And they will remain well behind.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Brady going to look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
in heaven. I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions.